Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. For today, I am going to talk about the movement of substances in and out of cells that is included in 0610 syllabus of biology from Cambridge. I have two major concentrations for this topic. The first one is diffusion and the other one is all about osmosis. So fasten your seatbelt and we are about to explore the difference between the two. To begin with, let me define the term diffusion. Diffusion is the net movements of particles from a region of their higher concentration to a region of their lower concentration, down a concentration gradient as a result of their random movement. The constant random movement of particles, which uses the kinetic energy, allows diffusion to occur. Ultimately, this means that particles will spread out. You can see clearly from the image that I have presented in here that the molecules inside the jar are diffusing and they are mixing and moving through the spaces available. Same thing from this humidifier. Let's move on. Now, let us explore some of the importance of this diffusion or the concept that is aligned with diffusion. So diffusion is a passive process. When we say passive process, it means that there's no energy required, so the particles or the molecules will move. They will only use their natural kinetic energy. You will notice from this image that as the time goes by, the movement of particles are from greater concentration down to a lower concentration, to the point that they will reach the equilibrium. It means that both sides will be having same amount of or same concentration of oxygen in this case. Now, there are some factors affecting the rate of diffusion. Number one is the surface area. As the surface area increases, the rate of diffusion also increases. What is the reason behind? This is because more molecules at a given time will be diffusing. The smaller the cell, the greater its rate of diffusion. The second one is the distance. The shorter the distance, the higher the rate of diffusion. The shorter the distance, the particles will have to move, the quicker the process is going to be. The third one is the temperature. This is self-explanatory that if there is a higher temperature, the rate of diffusion will be higher also. It's because the molecules are faster and they have more kinetic energy because of the higher temperature. And the fourth one is the concentration gradient. The greater the concentration gradient, the higher the rate of diffusion. Let's move and let us explore more about osmosis. First, let me define to you the term osmosis. Osmosis is the net movement of water molecules from a region of higher water potential, which is the dilute solution. It means that there will be more and more water on it, to a region of lower water potential. This is a concentrated solution. There will be greater amount of solute or in compare with water in that concentrated solution through a partially permeable membrane. You can see from the image in here water molecules will only move if there is a partially permeable membrane, such as cell membrane or the plasma membrane, which is consists of or made up of phospholipid bilayers. Let us explore this image right here. In this side, there will be more sugar and less water. And on this side, there will be more water, less sugar. So what will happen to this? Water will move through the left side because of the greater water potential. You can see from here, the greater water potential, it will move down a concentration gradient going to the lower water potential. So water, the movement of water will be from dilute concentration or dilute solution going to a more concentrated area, passing through a partially permeable membrane. Thank you very much. I hope you understand the two concepts, that is both passive. Both of them are passive. It does not require energy, but the movement is from higher concentration to a lower concentration. To sum it up, here's the comparison between diffusion and osmosis. For diffusion, it does not require any permeable membrane. Cell membrane is there, cell membrane is not there, as long as there are available spaces, then the molecules will move or will diffuse. So let me go through from the top. This diffusion, this is the movement of molecules, liquid or gas, from a region of higher concentration to a region of lower concentration. Whereas if it is osmosis, this is usually the movement of water from a higher concentration to a lower concentration, from a higher water potential to a lower water potential. Diffusion is a rapid process in gases and slow in liquids, whereas osmosis, this is a very slow process. Now, diffusion can occur both in air and water, whereas osmosis, it can only occur in liquid medium. Diffusion, as I mentioned to you earlier, it does not require any permeable membrane, while osmosis, it requires a semi-permeable membrane to occur. And last but not the least, diffusion helps in equalizing the concentration of the diffusing substances on two sides of the system, while the osmosis, it does not equalize the concentration of solvent on two sides of the system. Thank you very much for listening. I hope you learned the difference between diffusion and osmosis as a very important processes that happens in the movement of substances in and out of cells.